Hello everyone. Today I wanted to make a different video. Usually I make videos related to Spanish, to Spanish grammar, pronunciation, vocabulary, and those kind of things. But today I wanted to make a video more about the channel because it is really funny to make these videos. But I think I'm not giving enough attention to other part of my work, and that is my Spanish lessons, because in the last times in my head I divide my work in two categories. So I divide my work mainly in making videos for YouTube and also giving or teaching my Spanish lessons. So I want to make this video to explain my work, so how I divide my work, and it is useful also for me. It is useful because that way I can organize better my ideas, and it also helps me to promote my lessons and not only making free YouTube videos, because making free content is something that I really like, and I think it is really enjoyable and useful for people around the world, so we can learn things for free on YouTube. That is something really valuable, but at the same time, usually we offer that kind of content because we have another work, or we have a work that is based on the same base, but we make free content and we also have another source of income. So in this video I want to take the opportunity of commenting mainly two things. So the first one is related to the channel and the videos itself, and it is that I am thinking about making different videos, so videos with a different format. So usually I make videos explained in English, and I explain more specific things about Spanish, so certain things about grammar or vocabulary or certain expressions, but I am thinking about making videos on Spanish. So I think that is something really useful for people who is learning Spanish, because I'm not only explaining in English, but now I am talking in Spanish, and I plan to add subtitles, so that way is going to be really helpful. So using subtitles and explaining difficult words, I think it's a really good idea for people who's learning Spanish, and that way I can explain things that are interesting to you, like things about the culture, the geography, the I don't know, explaining things about the city, or in general cultural things that can be interesting to you. So of course you guys can give me suggestions so I can prepare content about it. We can talk about how is life in Mexico City or in general in Mexico. I think these topics are really interesting to people who is learning Spanish, especially Mexican Spanish. So my students really like to know these kind of things, and I also really enjoy when we are taking a lesson and they ask me like which music is popular in Mexico, or what kind of dishes, or I don't know, different questions about weather or the geography and different things. I'm talking about all those things using Spanish, and especially if I talk a bit slower and add subtitles, I think that way is a really good way to learn a language. So that's the first thing about the channel, or the first one of the reasons why I created this channel. So to share free content, and now I am thinking about making different types of content, so not only the same format that I was using. And the second thing that I want to say in this video is that, as I said, and I mentioned it in some of my videos, I am a Spanish teacher and I really like teaching Spanish. I've had like 5 students in total, so I have like 2 years of experience teaching Spanish. And in first place, my students were from Fiverr. I met them on Fiverr, and we were taking our lessons on Google Meet. And also I had one student on Discord. The thing is, since right now I don't have students, it is sometimes a bit difficult to me, or I don't feel like too much motivation to keep making videos, because right now it's like I am focusing only on free content. But that's why I am taking advantage of my channel. So having a YouTube channel is not only to share things for free, you can also talk about your work, and that way you don't rely on other platforms, you don't rely on paying for advertising, and this way you can show to people your work. So as I did in my last videos, so explaining things that I've noticed with time. So for example, English speakers struggle with subjunctive, or they struggle with this grammar. So I know how can explain better those things, and I can share them for free on YouTube. But also I take the opportunity of telling you guys that if you are learning Spanish, if you want to improve, no matter your level, you can take a lesson with me. Actually, I write my email in the description of my videos, so you can contact me through that email. And as I said, I really enjoy teaching Spanish. It is just that using Fiverr, right now I don't have students. I lost momentum, so I have 0 messages right now. But actually I've worked with my students with different material, using books, using Google Docs, so we can work on the document in real time. So that is a really useful tool. And actually my method is not something really specific. Actually, depending on each student, we can develop a different method depending on their needs. So that's the thing, my friends. I wanted to make this video to talk about these things, and I think I already said everything. So it is also a video for me because that way I can structure better the ideas in my head, and I can organize better my work. So now I know better which kind of content I can create, and I also take the advantage to tell you about my lessons. So sometimes these videos can be a bit difficult to make because they are in English, but actually I am improving with time. Now it's not that difficult like it was at the beginning. So I really enjoy actually making my videos in English, but we can combine it and explaining some things in English, some things in Spanish, and also making whole videos in Spanish, as I said, with subtitles and explaining difficult terms. So that's everything for this video. It was a video to refresh my ideas. Tell me your suggestions for new videos, and as I said, if you're interested in taking Spanish lessons, please write me to my email. I wasn't uploading videos that often as I want, but I plan on making one video each week. So I think that is a realistic goal for now. And the thing is not losing momentum. The thing is to be consistent. I think that is the most important thing. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I wish you a marvelous day, and see you in a next video. Bye bye.